What is good, everybody? Today we're back with brand new lore for you. Today we're going to be breaking down the Finn Balor action figures. But before we get into that, I do want to give a shout out to our Whatnot stream that is happening today, Brad. Tonight we're going to be on Whatnot, and I'm putting a link in the description below. If you've never heard of Whatnot or whatever, go to the link in the description below. You click on that link, you sign up, whatever. It gives you $15 free credit, I do believe, if you've never been there. But go pre-save the show that we're having tonight. Going to have a lot of figures for sale and things like that. And you don't want to miss it, man. So if you want to get in on some deals, things like that, everything's starting at $1 auction. So come by tonight. But let's get into some Finn Balor lore action figures right now. But download Whatnot and come by tonight. All right, man, so we're diving into the Finn Balors right here. One of my favorite superstars in current WWE, but I want to throw it back all the way here. Now, you'll notice that we have a lot of this top picks Finn Balor, right? This rainbow gear, I think it was WrestleMania 34. And these first two on the left, they have a little bit of damage, but those are supposed to be kind of very young Devitt or Finn Balor, you know, before he really, you know, popped off or whatever, became well known. I was going to do, you know, very beginning of his career and make custom gears and stuff like that. So these head sculpts were made by BEW. They look really, really good. They have a little damage because of when I was moving, but, you know, I never got around to finishing them, and that's why I've had so many of that figure, it's ridiculous, but that is the top pick Finn Balor. Really good base for customs, kind of like, you know, the modern day equivalent would be the CM Punk top picks in the blank gear. That's kind of how I saw it, right? So you'll see a lot of customs built off of that figure later on in this video, which was using that top picks figure right there. But then we have a headless one. You know, I've had so many of them over the years. I've sold them, give some away, turned them into customs, all these different things. I think for Christmas one year, I went all out, and I think they were like $7.99 on Ringside or something, so I bought 10 or something, and now, you know, they are all single-jointed, but for the time, they were such a good figure, and they're solid, you know, they get the job done. But then next up, we do have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Finn Balor here, which is such a great underrated figure, man. Didn't like the jacket at the time because it was rubber. It's a, you know, stuck in that pose jacket. But this is a really nice one. It does have the details on the back, which is a cool figure. And for the time being, I remember everybody loving that head sculpt and all those things. But I have some fix-ups that I like better than that one, which we'll get into. But that is still a really good figure. If we move forward, we do have a couple customs here based off that top picks, right? So we have kind of his bright red gear, and then we have kind of his medium level gear. I want to say he was wearing this in 2016, 17, if I'm not mistaken. And then we move on up, and we do have a fix-up custom here that was made out of the Elite 74 Finn Balor, which is one of my favorite Mattel Elites of all time. It has the Smiley Finn head sculpt, Balor Club jacket. He had the white kick pads, which is, you'll see later on in this video, but we switched out his kick pads with, I think, a 6 figure. I think it was like a Flashback 6 or X-Pac. And I just thought that the gold, black, and red looked so good. And it was just a fix-up figure that we made on surgery. And look at that right there. You have your own Finn Balor figure. So I thought that was a really cool fix-up there. We also have this all-white figure here, which has cloth goods, white coat, white gear. He has worn this a few times on live events and stuff. He may have worn it on WWE television before in the all-white, but it's just an all-white Finn Balor gear. So he's even got the white jacket and everything. I thought this was a really sweet fix-up, and this is using, I think, I want to say it was a Cody Rhodes Elite 20 as the base, and then you just acetone the designs, switch out the lower legs for kick pad legs, and then we have white kick pads, white knee pads, and you have yourselves an all-white attire live event Finn Balor figure. From there, man, we move into a lot of customs. These are all different gears that Finn Balor wore over 2017, 2018, and this was before we got the official top picks. And honestly, I think mine looks better. It's got the gunmetal gray Balor Club design, and we all hand-painted this. I think every single gear right here was made by me until, there's some down here that weren't made by me, but I think this one, I think this was Money in the Bank. This was Elimination Chamber 2018, I think. This was Money in the Bank too, I do believe. This kind of Spider-Man 2099 gear. I remember this one like it was yesterday, and I remember, I think it has some damage now. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage, but I remember using some glossy, like glittery paint, and you can see it's an old figure, but pretty clean on the back there with the red and everything. Got the red and white, and the glitter got a little bit of, I think it's the sealant or something. This figure is just old now, man, but I hate that Mattel never gave this to us, but this is a really sweet figure. I thought about selling off some of these because, you know, I feel like they're outdated, need to remake them really, but I really do like these figures a lot. And, you know, you flip it on the back, you got the BC on the butt there. Even got the details on the shoes. Yeah, we went all out on these. I really am proud of the way that these figures came out, and they're so old now, though, but I mean, they even have all their shoe details and all their different stuff, but you have the green gear. You have his No Mercy 2017 gear, I think, when he took on Bray Wyatt, and I think he broke it back out in this gray and white here, which was a pretty cool attire. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of customs, man. I mean, you forget about some of this stuff, but yeah, it's all here in the collection for you there. We also have blue and white. I think he also wore this when he became the Intercontinental Champion. Got the blue and white there. Custom head sculpt for my boy Rodney over there. Got the top picks with some double jointed arms, and this is just kind of a fix-up, right? It's got the double jointed arms, got the Elite 82 head sculpt. Really cool figure, though. Got the lower legs in there. I think the one that I made was better. It's more accurate, but, we don't have to mention it. We also have these fantasy gears from my man Rodney, too. So he's got the custom head sculpts, custom shirts, and then we have this paint gear that looks so damn sweet. Look at this right there. Custom painted logo. Dude, Rodney was a beast. So we got the gray and pink going on. Very, very clean. Then you have the gray and white, which is also just a sweet gear. But then we move on into some Elite 74 fix-ups. So this one is an Elite 74 with double jointed arms, head swap, and then we did put some Buddy Murphy kick pads in there for whatever reason. But the attire just looks so good. I think we switched the kick pads onto a different fix-up, and then we just use this as the base. So there's our kind of Elite 74 fix-up. And then we have a really sweet one again. The Elite 74 with updated double-jointed arms. Got the white sleeve with the original Elite 74 attire. Okay, the kick pads aren't original, but doesn't matter. Still looks sick. This is beautiful. Smiley Finn head sculpt. This is beautiful. Modern day, edition, sort of, with the double-jointed updated technology. But I really would like to use these and have double jointed arms for all of them or updated formulas or whatever. I wish I could track down 77 of the Ultimate Edition and have all of them in Ultimate Edition form, but I've seen some people make this attire pretty much, or this kind of look in Ultimate Edition form. It looks unbelievable. It's a really sweet figure, but let's move on to the next fix-up. I think he wore this at a UK NXT show when he took on Jordan Devlin at the time. Now he's JD McCrispy. And this is kind of the black on black, and then he had, the golden black and white. Very sweet gear, man. He looked like a beast over there. That was a great matchup there. We also have another fix-up. These right here I love. I love these jacket fix-ups because we took some of these OG figures and we put the Elite 74 lower legs and kick pads on there as they try to fall over and embarrass me. But look at this right here, the black and gold with the white kick pads with the color on the knee pads, and then the silver attire with the Smiley Finn head sculpt and the jacket. That is just such a sweet fix-up. I really, really like that one a lot, and I like this one too. So let me stand these back up before they all fall over and I have to legitimately strangle myself until I pass out. So you move on from this fix-up, then you have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive with the same deal. So you have the same look as the Elite 74 with the lower legs and everything, but it's the, it's the black and white gear, which is similar to what he wore in, NXT UK or whatever, but it's fixed up. It's got the smiley face head sculpt, the leather jacket, all that. Then we got this jacket off of eBay, I think it was. I could be wrong there, but it's a bendy wire jacket. I really wish Mattel would give this, but then you have just the black and white Balor Club attire, and then we did, fix it up. He's got like all black kick pads with the white outsoles, really stands out. Always thought that was a really sweet fix up there. And then we just have the original Elite 74 because I think the figure is just so beautiful stock, right? So you have the jacket, the white kick pads, the gold, all those different things. And then we get into his heel run in NXT in 2019. You have the Elite 82 Finn Balor here. Then we have an Elite 82 fix up there. Okay, this one has AEW lower legs because I saw a fix up from one of my buddies. Thought it looked really, really good, so I tried that. And then we do have the Elite 82 with double sleeve, double jointed arms, which I thought looked good. And this figure here was really cool one time. I just wanted to make kind of this like promo workout gear Finn Balor. So it's just him in training shorts and a Balor Club shirt from 2018, I think it was. And it's just using a Milk-O-Mania Kurt and switched out the shoes and everything. It's a cool fig, a cool Finn Balor to add to the collection. We also have this one here, which is the Elite 82 with the smiley head sculpt and some double jointed arms, which looks cool. Then we do have the Bane figure, which is the Bane Devitt. and it's kind of like the start of our demon shelves right here. So before he came to WWE, he did have the, he had the different demon, quote unquote, or the face paints, body paints that he would do. And so this head sculpt was made by BEW, and it is the Bane head sculpt, which looks so good. So detailed. I love that figure. I think he did a phenomenal job. It's got the jacket on there. Haven't finished the gear yet or put the actual jacket on there. The cloth goods fur coat or whatever it is that he wore, similar to like the Dean Ambrose look from 2017, 2018 or whatever. But that is the Bane right there. So that is all of our Finn Balor's. Besides his like modern Judgment Day ones that we'll get into at the end down here, that's all of our regular Finn Balor's or Prince Devitt's that aren't in any body paint whatsoever. And then we move into the demon figures. Now, these are all the demons that don't have the ripped up torso, which bother the hell out of me. You have the original one here, which is, all these figures are good in their own right, don't get me wrong, but I would really, for my collection personally, like to torso swap these with the ripped up torso, like we've seen from Finn Balor, and then hand paint all of the details in there. And I think the paint job would be better, honestly, because you could get more details. It's not factory paint, but you do have the Elite 40 over here. You have the Elite 46. You have the SummerSlam Elite right here. And then you do have the Elite 59 right there, something like that. And all of them aren't bad. I just think they could be so much better. But you have all these demons here. And then we get into the Jack the Ripper Finn Balor demon here, and this is, I talk about this a lot, but this is one of the most disappointing elites of all time. And the only reason mine looks so damn good now is because I do have a custom head sculpt here on this figure, and it looks so much better than the original. And you know what's even funnier, Brad, is the original head sculpt that they used on this Elite 70 Demon Finn Balor is the same head sculpt from back here. This one right here. It's this one right here, but when they used it, Brad, they used it on all of his modern figures. The Elite 107, the Elite 111, that weird head sculpt here, the gritting teeth one, that is such an old head sculpt used from 40 series ago. And I did switch it here with a custom painted one that makes the figure so much better. Custom painted the hat, made it look a lot better representation of the look of the Jack Ripper Finn Balor Demon Elite right there. It looks so much better, man. That figure was such a disappointment for me. And there's been a lot of demons that have disappointed me over the years. I think that they could just be so much better, but we'll dive into those when we get there. But we also have the Toys R Us exclusive Network Spotlight NXT TakeOver Dallas Finn Balor in the blue, red, and black, which was a great one. I did put the Justin Hawk throw on there because it looks better, and he came with a chainsaw as well, which is cool. And I even added in, all the shoe painted details and stuff like that. I'm all about the details, man. You want to add in those details, really helps the figures pop off and things like that. So we do have a few of those. I think this one's like a fix-up made out of spare parts, but we do have a couple of that figure. Really wish the head sculpt wasn't the smirking one from the top picks, but, it is what it is, man. What are you going to do about it now? So from our Network Spotlight, we move into the entrance grates, and I have a few of this. Now, one thing about it is this is the OG entrance grates that I like a lot. Added the shoe details. Looks amazing. Actually, a very underrated Finn Balor Demon. Then we have this one, which this is a fix-up I've always wanted to do. It took me forever, but I finally tracked down some Daniel Bryan kick pads and acetone the designs off. So now you have this unique demon looking, but now he has red kick pads instead of black. I just think it looks really, really cool. So I remember doing that fix-up and being excited about it. We also have this here, which is the Demon Elite. They re-released it, but they have like the battle damage version. It came in a 2-pack Elite set with AJ Styles, which is a really cool set. I thought it was cool. Do have a couple of those there, but it's just battle damage, and this one's headless. What do I need 2 of those for? It's just for parts mainly, but probably need to just paint it up and then go in there with a different head sculpt. I don't know, but then we have one of the biggest disappointments that I've ever seen, Brad, the Elite 98 Demon Finn Balor. And I remember not even noticing that this figure had issues until I got to the review, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God, they gave him Daniel Bryan legs. Forever, you can see here, they gave him nice scaled, fine legs that, worked well for Finn Balor. And then out of nowhere, they just dropped some Daniel Bryan legs on him. And now the Demon went from a good, accurate proportion to like legitimately 5-6 inches shorter in scale, right? So the Demon paint is great. I hate that they reused the same head sculpt, but that figure disappointed the shish out of me. The red was also very dark. It just was so disappointing to see that happen and not realize it until I actually got it in hand. It was unbelievable. If you guys remember that, you can let me know. But then we move into the Demon Ultimate Edition, which is one of my favorite Mattels of all time. The only thing about it, man, is where is the re-release, man? You could re-release this on the new Finn Balor Ultimate Edition body, and it would sell so fast, bro. Even if you just repeated the same exact body paint. You don't even have to redo the body paint. I want to see the body paint redone, and I want to see WrestleMania 39 where he battled Edge, where he should have won, but he didn't, and he smashed his head wide open. But this is such a great figure. I love the tongue-out head sculpt, love the headdress, the body, everything like that. It's kind of skinny, you know. It's not as probably jacked as I'd like it to be. Still a really good representation, a great Ultimate Edition, and I really wish that Mattel would re-release it. It's such an easy layup for them, and they haven't done it yet. You could do it pinless with the Finn Balor Ultimate body on this same formula besides the torso. It would move like hotcakes and sausage. And after that, we get into a lot of my custom demons here, man. And I have collected these, made these. People have gifted them. This one was a Secret Santa Christmas gift. This one, I think, was also a Secret Santa Christmas gift. This one I made myself from WrestleMania 35. And then this one, I think, I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember, man, over the years. But these are all so well made, and I think they look unbelievable. You know, the people that made these, I think one was made by Paj Customs. There are probably some other people that I'm forgetting, man, and I do apologize. But they did such a fantastic job on them. All the details on them, especially this one, bro. Look at the back of this. That is absolutely incredible. This is one of my favorite Finns in my entire collection. It just looks so detailed and nice. I really wish Mattel could never. Mattel could never. It would look so factory and everything. Same thing with these. That WrestleMania 35 one I'm pretty proud of. You guys remember he came out, he had this like Empire State thing on his chest, and he had that massive demon on the back. I remember that one like it was yesterday. And just so many really cool demons. And then we get into the Prince Devitt's, right? So you have all these Mattel demons, which I don't have all of them. I wish I did. Or I have all the Mattel ones. I don't have all, you know, every demon Finn Balor that's ever existed in Mattel figure form. But then, of course, we move on to the Devitt. So you're gonna have a bunch of Prince Devitts here. You have the Joker version, the Punisher, Anti-Venom. You have the Freddy Krueger. You have the Spawn. You have the Wrestle Kingdom. You got Venom, and then you do have NXT TakeOver the end here. And I remember getting a big custom batch of these way back in the day. And these are all made by Showstopper Custom Figs. Perfect formula for it. You know, I think we used a Finn Balor basic or something. Cody Rhodes body, and then we just, you know, had some kick pad, lower legs, and that's how you made Finn Balor back in the day, man. We even had the Daniel Bryan style arms in there. Remember building those, and they still hold up to this day. Unbelievable work by Showstopper, and had to have a place on the shelf here all these years later. Just a great work of customs. And then we do have, you know, some of the modern day Judgment Day. So you have the Elite 107. I think both of these are the Elite 107. They just have the different head sculpts. I think this one's missing an arm from a fix-up. Then we have the Elite 111 here in his SummerSlam gear for against Seth Rollins. If you've been around, you know I can't stand these figures, man. They just make them so tiny, man. Like, look at the formula in comparison to the other Finn Balors we looked at in this video. I just think that they did him a big disservice. But then we ended up with the Judgment Day Finn Balor Ultimate Edition. And like I said, the torso of this, use it to make a new demon, man. It's right there in front of you. It's such a layup, but I do like this figure. You know, it's not perfect. I don't care for the jogger legs all that much, but I do like Finn. I'm a big Finn Balor guy a lot, so I would like to see more Finn Balors from really, you know, the Trunks era and the Demon era, NXT, things like that. But I still appreciate the Judgment Day gears. You can still make, you know, promo attires and stuff, but I just hate the formula that they use for him right now. So every single Finn Balor that comes out is kind of a wash, and I would like to see that upgraded. But that is all of the lore for Finn Balor today, breaking down all these and just getting on here and yapping about the Finn Balors that I have in my collection, man. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'd like to know what you think of all this down in the comment section below. You know, if you learned anything, that's great. That's what these videos are kind of all about, just showcasing, detailing my collection as much as humanly possible here. But that is pretty much going to wrap up today's video on all of this, man. I appreciate all of you, man. A huge shout out to our Patreon members. Thank you guys so very much for the support as always. But I think that is going to wrap everything, man. Come by Whatnot, man. Click the link in the description below. Go sign up so that you can come by the stream. At the time you're seeing this video, we could be live on Whatnot. So come by. Come by, download it. Come by, get your $15 free credit if you have not signed up before. But I'm getting out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you guys later.